What's good, fam? Welcome back to the channel. JD here with yet another video for you guys. This one's a little different. I want to talk about the pandemic. Yeah, I know, I can't believe it either that we're still talking about it. It is March 2021. It's been a whole year of this, but there is some hope on the horizon. At least in some countries, it seems to be coming to an end pretty soon. In the US, we have President Joe Biden saying that by mid-May, everyone in the US that wants to get vaccinated will be able to. We also have in the UK, Prime Minister Boris Johnson saying June 21st, things are going to be going back to normal. So there seems to be some light at the end of the tunnel for some countries. So naturally, that had me thinking about sneakers because of course, everything makes me think about sneakers. Well, in this case, I was thinking about specifically how is this going to affect sneaker resale. So I thought I'd make this video for you guys. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what I think is going to happen with the sneaker resale market once we are out of this pandemic, and give you some specific examples, some sneakers that I think will definitely benefit once things open back up. Before we do that though, definitely want to tell you guys about a brand new way to invest, not just in sneakers, but also other cultural assets. And that is with Otis. They are the sponsor of today's video, and I have had them in the past as a sponsor simply because I really think it is a very innovative and very cool way of investing. Have you ever wanted to invest in some of the most iconic sneakers of all time, but you simply just couldn't afford to do so, or you never had the opportunity to do it? Well, now you can with Otis. Otis lets you invest in a wide variety of not just sneakers, but other culturally relevant and rare assets, such as sports trading cards. We also got luxury items on there, as well as more recently Pokemon trading cards. And how it works is Otis lets you purchase shares in these products starting from as little as $10. Some of my personal favorite items on the app to invest in definitely include the 1985 set of Jordan 1s, definitely one of the most iconic sneakers you could possibly invest in. And also someone who is a religious NBA fan, getting a chance to invest in a Kevin Durant or even a LeBron James rookie card, you can do that as well on the Otis app. And if you guys, my subscribers, if you hit the link in the description and sign up for the Otis app, Otis will give you your first share for free when you fund your account. So quickly go ahead, do that, you won't regret it. And now let us get into the topic of today's video. We're gonna be talking about sneaker resale in a post-pandemic world. So what's been going on for the last year? Well, nothing. We haven't been doing anything. We've been locked up. We can't go anywhere. We can't travel anywhere. We've just been sitting in the house, watched every Netflix show possible, and we're kind of just waiting to go back out again. But one interesting thing that happened as a result of this pandemic is that people are actually saving more money than they ever have in history. The New York Times actually reported that consumers are currently sitting on almost $1 trillion in cash, mainly caused by extra savings as well as all those stimulus checks. So basically, people have just been holding on to this money and just can't wait to spend it. But now that this thing's coming to an end finally, we're finally gonna be able to spend some of that money. And what that means for sneakerheads, well, two things. First, you finally get a chance now to go and flex all those shoes you've been copping over the last year. And two, all those sneakers that you really liked and wanted to cop, but just felt like you didn't need it because, you know, you can't go outside, you can't flex them anyways. You're probably gonna go in there and spend some of those savings and try to cop those sneakers. So what I see happening is there's definitely gonna be a pretty significant boost to the sneaker resale market. I see a lot of prices starting to shoot up pretty quick. And by the way, this is a little bit off topic, but it's not just sneakers. Pretty much anything that people have been waiting to spend on, they're all gonna go up. So if you were planning to travel somewhere this summer, I would suggest book those tickets as fast as possible because ticket prices for airlines in the summer, they're gonna be higher than you've probably ever seen. So we expect a boom in the resale market for sneakers, but that kind of leads to a follow-up question. Are all sneakers gonna go up or only some of them? This is what I think, and this is just my opinion. I don't think every single sneaker is gonna go up. I think some are gonna go up much more than others. Let me first tell you what I think is not gonna go up as much. And those are probably the sneakers that you guys think are the right ones to invest in. So I'm talking like the most popular sneakers to release over the last year. So like the Jordan 1 Mochas, the Jordan 1 University Blues. These were the sneakers that had the most amount of hype when they dropped. And what happened was that when they dropped, the prices for these sneakers were already really high. People didn't really want to wait until the pandemic was over. They pretty much just went ahead and started copying because there was so much hype around these shoes. And I feel like these prices for not just these sneakers, but other sneakers that were also very hyped when they dropped, I feel like the prices for these are already so high that I don't think a lot more buyers are available to buy it at those prices. So while I do think the Mochas and the UNCs will go up, I don't think they're gonna go up as fast as you guys might be expecting it to. What I do think is gonna go up, however, are those under the radar, undervalued sneakers. So these were the sneakers that they had a lot of hype going into it, but when they dropped, the prices were so surprisingly low. And I think the reason for that is because people looked at these sneakers and they thought, hey, this is a really dope pair, but I don't really need these right now. So these are sneakers that I would call undervalued. It's like the same when you invest in stocks. Pretty much all of last year, the #1 stock I was personally buying was Disney. That stock absolutely crashed when the pandemic hit, but I knew that, once things opened back up, this is a company that's probably gonna do really well. And it's similar with shoes. You gotta look for those undervalued sneakers. So I'll give you some examples, some sneakers that I think are potentially undervalued. Let me start off first of all with just the GR Dunks. Yes, it is true that there has been a lot of Dunks dropping this year. However, I do think that some of the nicer colorways like the Vast Grays, also the Syracuse Highs, the Coast, the Orange Pearls, all of them, the resale prices are fairly low. For people who especially were introduced to Dunks last year, most of the Dunks that dropped last year, the resale prices on those are just so astronomically high right now that I think these underpriced ones, these are the ones that people are probably gonna wanna go for. So I do feel like we'll see a pretty nice jump in all of these GR Dunks that have dropped and are currently reselling for very low prices. Of course, not all Dunks are gonna rise. It really does depend on the colorway. I did name a few that might benefit, but I just wanna say it doesn't apply to every single Dunk. If it's an ugly colorway, it's not gonna go up. You could say the same for some of the premium Dunks. A Dunk that recently released is the Dunk Low Medium Curry. I personally thought that this sneaker, because of how nice this colorway is and because of how Dunks performed last year, I expected this one to perform much better than it actually did. Same with also the Notre Dunks, that one, the blue pair especially, a very low price right now. I could see both of these sneakers too, which I personally feel are undervalued. I could see both of these start to go up as well. Getting into Yeezys, a model that I just wanted to personally highlight would be the 700 V3 line in general. So whether that be the Safflower colorway that dropped last year, the Clay Browns, and also that recently released Kyanite pair. The 700 V3s, the resale prices in general have been much lower than the V1s and the V2s. They just haven't really caught up to them yet. I personally feel like a lot of that has to do with the fact that most of these 700 V3s all released during the pandemic. Most people, from what I can tell, really like the silhouette and really like the shoe. So I do feel like once we can go back outside, I could see this entire 700 V3 line start to really shoot up in price. Once again though, this is just my opinion. This is just something I noticed. I noticed the 700 V3s very underpriced compared to some of the other Yeezys. Moving into Jordans, the same rules apply. If there was some Jordan out there that released and the resale prices were just way lower than everyone expected, these are the ones that I think are definitely gonna go up. The first one, and to me the most obvious one, has gotta be this pair right here, the Jordan 1 Neutral Gray. That sneaker had so much hype, especially at the start of the year, but look at the resale prices. They have just continued to slide down. This was also a very limited shoe, so I'm personally very surprised with how poorly the sneaker has performed on the resale market. It's a very clean summertime type of shoe, so I definitely think that if things open to back up and everyone can go back outside, going into the summertime, I can see this shoe definitely shoot up in price. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Should we just give up on the neutral grays? Do you not think it's gonna go up? Let me know. And another Jordan I quickly wanted to highlight was the Clot Jordan 14s. Those are also reselling for just a very low amount, in some sizes pretty much retail price, which is also very surprising to me because if you look at all of the other Clot releases in the past, like the Clot 13s for example, they perform so much better. I definitely think this had something to do with the timing of the release. And these are just the examples that I personally thought have been undervalued and I think could go up, but I really want to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comments. Give me your examples of sneakers that you think are definitely very undervalued. If you want like a simple checklist of whether or not this sneaker is going to go up or not, I would say A, did it have a lot of hype before the release? 2, is it a really good colorway? So don't ask me in the comments whether or not you think the Jordan 1 Patina is going to go up. And 3, are the prices much lower than similar shoes? And that's it. I just wanted to check in with you guys, kind of just give you my thoughts. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this video or if you found it useful. And thank you once again, fam. You guys are the best, man. Thank you guys so much for all the comments, all the support, especially all the support I get over on Instagram. Like, I feel like I have probably the most engaged following on Instagram. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate all of you. And until next time, peace. Peace.